Howdy ho there, my lovelies, and welcome back to Crazy But Not Dangerous. I'm Shorty Vaughn, and I'm very glad to have you along with me today. So today is my meal prep day, getting myself all ready for the week. Yay, hooray, can't get better than that. So I've written my meal plan based on what I have found in my kitchen. Yeah, I didn't go out, go running around, spending a bunch of money. Didn't buy anything specific for this week's meals. Just using up what I have. So I've inventoried my pantry, the refrigerator, the freezers, chosen some great things. Looking forward to this week's meals. Let's take a look at our meal plan and see what we've got. So this weird little box actually fits in the bottom of my refrigerator perfectly. And I have lined it with aluminum foil in case any of the items that I've taken out to thaw, have a leak. Nobody likes a leak. Irritating, you got to clean it up, you might have cross-contamination. Yeah, so that aluminum foil just helps keep everything nice. And if it does have a leak, well, I'm just going to pitch the whole box and get another one. So what I have taken out to thaw, and that's really where I start my meal prep, looking in the freezers, looking at all my bargains, what looks good and what needs to be moved on along because it's coming up on, 3 months in the freezer, 4 months in the freezer. I don't want to let it die in the freezer. We're going to eat it because I paid good money for it. So I got this roast. It is a USDA Choice beef bottom round roast. It's almost 3 pounds. Got it 30% off. Yay, hooray. I also have this pork tenderloin. Also got it 30% off. Yay, hooray. I have one pound chicken breast that I have taken out, and I got these for $1.49 per pound about 2 weeks ago, and yeah, those looked good to me. I have a roll of Italian pork sausage. I love this sausage. It is quite good, and it was a free item with my Albertsons reward points. Also, I got these hot dogs over at the 99 cents only store, and they were marked down to 99 cents. They're kind of long, kind of skinny, and yeah, I'm excited about what I'm gonna do with these hot dogs. I know hot dogs have become one of the most affordable things that you can get at the grocery store. Usually under $2. Yay, hooray. But, sometimes I get tired of just having them on a bun. So we're going to do something creative with them. There we go. I also needed to take some butter out of the freezer. So that is fine. I never saw my ready-to-eat meats, like hot dogs or lunch meat or anything like that, in with these. Because these, like I said, might leak. If they got in here, yeah, I wouldn't be so inclined to eat these. This would... Yeah, the raw meats with the cooked meats, so I just always thaw those on a different shelf in my refrigerator. It works out beautifully. Looked at my canned goods. I've got a can of cannellini beans, Italian style diced tomatoes. These have all of the herbs and what have you in them. Those are going to be fantastic. I got a can of loaded potato soup, 2 cans of chicken. As far as our produce goes, I've got some ugly apples that need to go. Yeah, they taste great. They don't all look so good. This one is actually probably the best looking one out of all of them. So they look terrible, but they taste terrific. So we're going to make those move on along. I've got a little package of baby carrots. I think I had a 75% off coupon for those last week. I've got a bag of salad. Yay, hooray. And that's got red cabbage and carrots, and it's iceberg. To accompany that, I do have a 3-pack of the romaine because this is probably one of my favorite lettuces. And I like to choose romaine based on the color at the bottom of the, where they cut it off. If it's real dark, you might have to move that along a little bit faster than, if it was real light. So, yep, that's what I like to do, just kind of move the bag around, make sure they're not super dark. Yeah, that's going to give you your timeline. I've got a couple of tomatoes These actually are pretty firm and look pretty good. And yeah, we've been enjoying them. Got 2 left, so I think that's going to do us. I've got plenty of ugly potatoes and onions, so we're in like Flynn on that. Also have a couple of pears, because you got to get your fruits and veg in. And then I have some grapes. Yeah, absolutely. So we are set on fruits. We're set on fruits and vegetables. We've got some meats pulled, some canned goods. Yay, hooray. Let's get down to it. I'm going to put these in the refrigerator to continue thawing. Tonight we are going to enjoy the pork tenderloin. And then you're thinking, you got 2 roasts out, lady. Well, you know what? Today's Monday. I'm going to cook this today. That one's hard as a rock. It won't be ready for cooking probably until Wednesday or Thursday at the end of the week. That's going to be just fine with me. I'm going to keep my eagle eye on it. If we need to cook it sooner, that's not a problem at all. All right, gonna get my stuff put away. We'll get down to making something delicious. Almost forgot to start the show. Yeah, I got this cabbage from a friend. She ordered grocery delivery. She had ordered iceberg lettuce, and instead they delivered her cabbage. And I guess she and her family, they do not enjoy cabbage. She called me up. She's like, I think I've got a cabbage. I'm not sure. Do you want it? Well, yeah, I do. Hot diggity. So I ran over and grabbed it. And it's beautiful. And I'm keeping it nice and fresh and delicious for this week here in the aluminum foil, because I think that's the best way to store it. What are we going to make this week? This is my meal plan. Balsamic pot roast. That's going to be towards the end of the week. A ravioli mingle. Pork tenderloin, cabbage and apples. Cassoulet, because why not? A little French food. A $5 dinner deal. That's a secret. You gotta wait for that one. And cherry almond chicken salad, because that sounded delicious to me. And so that is my meal plan. My meal prep is not very heavy this week once again. And I'm kind of on the fence about it because I like meal prep. Yeah, like getting everything all organized, like all the little black containers in my refrigerator, it looks so nice and organized. And then towards the end of the week, it starts to look kind of bare and barren, and I don't know. Anyhow, so I'm gonna, as usual, get my onion all prepped up. So I'm gonna dice some. You get nothing else done besides chopping your onion. Well, you're going to save yourself time over the week. It's going to be all right. And just think about what's on your meal plan. Do any of you meal plan? What's your weekly meal plan look like? Tell me down below. I want to know, baby. So, yeah, absolutely. Get your onion all diced up. I'm really excited about this week's $5 dinner meal. It is a recipe from one of my favorite celebrity chefs. I think he's terrific. Anyhow, there we go. I'm gonna go ahead and put my onion right in there. Hello, pigs. What else happened this week? Oh, so I have this really ugly house dress. Andrew hates it. And I wear it, around the house while I do chores and stuff like that. It is ugly as sin, honestly. It's plaid. It has huge pockets in the front, and it's sleeveless, and it is so out of shape and what have you. It wasn't even fit to go to the mailbox in, but I loved it because it was super cool and comfortable. It died. I went to go put my hand in the pocket, and basically my hand just went right through the fabric. So yeah, I had to retire it. It's not even fit to put on the scarecrow in the backyard. That's how bad it was. He's thrilled. Andrew is thrilled. I hated that thing. It's so ugly. You look so nice, but when you wear that, it's horrible. The only thing he hated more than that was overalls, and I was super happy to see the overalls were making a comeback. He just looked at me and shook his head. No, it is not flattering on you. Anyhow, I still might get overalls because I really don't care what he thinks about my appearance. So this is a man who thinks that camouflage shorts look good with a tie-dyed t-shirt. He's not allowed to weigh in on what I wear. At least I try to match. He says it matches because it has all the colors in the rainbow and everybody loves the rainbow. Like, I don't think everybody loves camouflage and tie-dyed t-shirts together, you know? But he wears them. I still love them. I didn't take any time at all. Got my onions all chopped up. I've got my whole slices and my dice, and they can just live in this together in peaceful harmony in my refrigerator, all ready for me to use this week. Yay, hooray. Since I got this lovely cabbage from my dear friend, thank you by the way, I think that we are going to use some in tonight's dinner, and also I'm going to make a coleslaw. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about right there. Where they cut it. Yeah, if it's not all brown, if it's not mushy, then you're in like Flynn. That's a really good one. Yeah, that's how I choose my broccoli, my cabbage, my lettuce, you know, all of the things that are cut at the bottom and harvested that way. How dark is the cut? And for me, that's always a pretty good indicator on its life expectancy. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this right in half. And I don't want to make a whole lot of coleslaw, but I do want some for the week's lunches. So let's go ahead and cut this again, right in half. And maybe I'll make up about that much coleslaw. For the two of us, that's going to be fine. If you're a larger family, you're going to need more. You might do half a head. You might do the whole head. And I am just going to go ahead and slice this. Not too thick, not too thin. It'll be all right. However big you want it. I love coleslaw. I love cabbage. Did some yard work today. Yep, got all the things done. Dishes, laundry, trash. You know, the vicious cycle. Andrew had the day off. I had to work. That's okay. I'm thinking coleslaw for lunch won't hurt at all. Yes, please, and thank you. All right, cut down to the core. Gonna put that in the compost pile. Now we have a delicious bowl of shredded cabbage. Not mad at that one bit. Here we go. I have a little package with some unsalted cashews in it. I'm going to add that for a little bit of crunch. And this has been previously opened, so maybe that's an ounce or two if we're lucky. Also have some sunflower kernels. These were in my vegetable crisper, and I do kind of need to make them go on along. So using up the things that I have. Also have some cranberries, you know, the ocean spray cravings, and I'm going to put about 2 or 3 ounces in there. Yeah, as many as you like. If you like raisins, go for it. Cherries would be great. All of them would be delicious. Yeah, I think that looks amazing. What do we need? We're going to need some mayonnaise. I've got Best Foods, but you use your favorite mayonnaise. Yeah. We don't have Duke's in Arizona. I've never been able to find it. We also don't have, you know, the white lily flour. We just do the best we can with what we've got here in the West. Okay, and maybe that is 3/4 of a cup of mayonnaise. He might need more, but it might be all right. We'll just wait and see. I have some red wine vinegar here. I am going to add 2 tablespoons of that. You could absolutely use white vinegar, apple cider, you know, whatever you've got on hand. I like that little bit of bite from that red wine vinegar. I think it just adds something. And then let's go ahead and I'm going to add 3 Splendas, or you could use about 1 teaspoon of sugar. That would be just fine too. Stevia, NutraSweet, whatever you got. Even agave, honey, whatever sweetener, you know, blows your skirt up, by all means. Okay. The great thing about this is that it looks like a lot. It is actually going to fit into this container that I have with a snap-on lid, because the cabbage will almost instantly start getting, you know, a little bit less. It will reduce as the salt and the mayonnaise and the vinegar and everything in there gets all happy. And then we're going to put it in the refrigerator, park it in there, and just let it do its thing, melt together, and that will again reduce the cabbage. Let's add some salt and pepper. I like plenty of pepper in mine. You put as much in there as it suits you, baby. It'll be all right. You don't like pepper, don't add it at all. We're going to start off at my house with a little bit less salt. As you know, we're watching it. Andrew's doing really well. Got to keep his blood pressure under control. This looks a little tiny bit dry for me, so I'm going to go ahead and add just a little bit of milk. I've got the pitiful 2%. I don't like it a bit. I'm glad to have it, but, you know. All right, maybe that was about 2 or 3 tablespoons of milk. And that looks good to me. Let's take a taste and see what it needs. Delicious. What it needs is more pepper, one more tablespoon of the red wine vinegar, 1 more Splenda. Now, if you're using salted nuts, you may or may not need any salt at all. It's entirely up to you. But my nuts and my sunflower kernels, both, you know, unsalted. So, I love that added little crunch of those nuts and sunflower seeds in my coleslaw. They are just kind of an unexpected little delight. Got a clean spoon. Let's go ahead and give her a taste. Mm-hmm. Mmm. Oh yeah. Oh, that's super yummy. Oh yeah. When you get that tart salad and then those sweet cranberries and then that little bit of crunch from the sunflower kernels or the cashews. You could use pecans, you could use walnuts, you can use almonds. Yeah, use whatever you got, baby. It'll be all right. And as you can see, it's already started to wilt. So it's going to be delicious. I'm going to go ahead and put it into this container, pop this here in the refrigerator, and yeah, we'll have this for lunch all week long. You know, we might have like this to accompany some leftovers, you know, and that will be just fine. Yay, hooray. You know, you could add a can of chicken to this and it would be a whole meal. It would be delicious. It would make a fantastic lunch and that would be very filling and super yummy. And cabbage is so good for you. It is one of my favorite veggies. All right, see, it all fit. It's gonna be terrific. Gonna go park it in the refrigerator with all my other yum yums. Yay, hooray. All right, I got my big cast iron skillet out here and I am gonna give these, I'm gonna give it a few good sprays. Yay, hooray. I'm going to turn that on to about a 6 or, you know, medium low. Okay, as my skillet heats up here, I'm going to go ahead and put in some of these whole rings for my dish just to get those cooking. You know, maybe that's about half of an onion. Yep, just go ahead and get those right on in there. There's a little bit more to grow on. Be delicious. I also have the rest of my cabbage all cut up, so that's half a cabbage. I'm going to go ahead and add that right in there. Got a runner. Get on in there. Get yummy and delicious. I'm going to go ahead and add that in there too. Yay, hooray. Let that fry up just a little bit. And then I have 2 of my ugly apples. I've washed them and let's go ahead and get those in here. I think this is a good way to use an ugly apple. So if your apples are ready for picking, you've got some ugly ones, you know, maybe they've got a little bruise or a little soft spot, or just cut that away. And yeah, go ahead and throw your apples, cabbage, and pork to me are a fantastic combination. I'm not mad at that one bit. Let's go ahead and get these in here. And I'm just leaving mine in pretty substantial chunks because we're going to also put this into the oven to continue cooking with our pork tenderloin. Now that pork tenderloin is not enormous. See this? Whoops, not that one. Dropped it on the floor. See, this one has a bruise. Yeah. Nobody really wants to eat. Well, I'm just dropping everything. Nobody really wants to eat that. Just cut the bruise off. You know, groceries are too expensive. You can't just throw things away because they don't look so great. All right. Maybe this one, it might be a little too far gone. That's all right. We're just going to trim this up. Get it on in there. It's going to be fantastic. I'm going to clean my mess up off the floor. And I just want this to cook down a little bit so that we have room for our pork tenderloin. Let that cook for a minute. Bring it back and we'll get the pork tenderloin in there too. Yay, right? Alright, so I have pushed my cabbage, onions, apples over to the side. I'm heating up this side of the skillet. I've got my pork tenderloin right here, and I just want to kind of give it a little pat down because I want to try to get a pretty decent sear on it before we put it in the oven to bake. And so there we go. It's pretty dry. Sometimes if your meat has been, cryovac like that, it can be a little bit wet when you thaw it out, and that might prevent you from getting a decent sear on it. I'm going to put it on the fatty side down first. Right there. Good sizzle. Yay, hooray. I'm going to go ahead and clean up my mess here and wash my hands because they're a little bit, porky. Yeah, going to wash my hands. Be right back. Got a little bit of sear on my pork tenderloin. I've got it sitting on top of my apples, onions, and cabbage. I'm going to go ahead and season it with a little bit of this Morton Seasonal. It's got just about everything in it. Just needs a little salt, pepper, and what have you in there. I also have some fresh thyme, and I'm just going to go ahead and put that in too. And yeah, I just grab it by the stem part and then run my fingers down and get all those little leaves just right on in there. Now you don't have fresh thyme, by all means, use whatever you have in your spice rack. I just think that thyme and the pork go together so well. And just gonna pop that right in there. Save a few for finishing at the end maybe, because that makes Andrew feel all special. Oh, fresh herbs. I'm preheating my oven to 375 degrees. And I am going to go ahead and put 2 tablespoons of butter right on top there. That will be delicious. Yay, hooray. Oh, that looks terrific. Let me bring it down. Looks good. Good enough to eat. I'm going to go ahead and get this into the oven. I'm going to let this roast in the oven for probably about 25 to 35 minutes until it reaches an internal temperature of 145 degrees, because I do not want my pork tenderloin overcooked. Yay, hooray. This is a quick, easy meal that can come together on a weeknight in less than an hour. Yeah, it's all right. It's going to be terrific. All right, well, my pork has come out of the oven. It was at 145 degrees. It should be mostly white with just the tiniest bit of pink right in the middle. I've also decided to slice one of my tomatoes, and we're going to have that with a little pepper on it as, our little extra veg. And this is just going to rest for a few minutes here more so that, it's tired. It's had a process. It needs to relax a little bit. Combine all those juices back in so that my pork's not dry. And then we have our fried veg here, fried onions, cabbage, and the apple. That's going to be super yummy. That little bit of apple is just going to add a terrific sweetness to the cabbage, and it's going to just accompany that pork extra well. All right, we've got that all dished up. Let's go ahead and break into my pork tenderloin and see if we are a success. There we go. There we go. Terrific. I'm so excited. It smells so good. And this is super easy to cut. Cuts just like butter. Yes, I know you're super excited, Pigpen. I know. Are you doing your happy dance? He's doing a little happy dance. Okay. So there we go. We've got some nice pork tenderloin. I'm going to go ahead and lay these out here. No worries. Okay, there we go. A little bit of the cabbage, the onion, the apple, little side of tomato, and the pork tenderloins. Yay, hooray. Can't ask for more than that. I'm super hungry. I gotta go get Andrew. It's time to eat. Yay, hooray. All right, be good, be careful, look both ways. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching Crazy But Not Dangerous.